Hello there, folks. It's Lone Wolf, your comforting voice in the darkness. Hope you haven't lost your heads yet, because today we're going for a bit of a ride. Now, if you haven't caught up with the popular trend of zombification, then I go recommend you get a band of your buddies together before shit hits the fan. The universal problem survivors have is that they aren't initially prepared when hell breaks loose. Sticking with your most capable buddies is only one, but it's also one of the vital steps of starting off riding the saddle. So keep to your friends as close as you keep to your arms. A word of advice though. I'm guessing you're probably gonna pick someone who will have a good drink with you after this blows over. So when picking them, make sure they can manage to handle themselves, so you can live long enough to enjoy some frisky goodness with them. But avoid someone like Fat Mike, who be hog-tailing you for blocks, wailing to catch up like a walking buffet. Obesity's a killer. So, how many people? A group of 4 is usually the best deal to go for. One guy to fire the lead, the second guy to save the first guy's skin, a third to save both their hides, and finally, the fourth to watch all their asses, and vice versa. And don't be thinking you're going solo unless you're held up in a bunker, because you have to realize that you aren't a multi-gun wielding superhuman smacking the crap out of anything and everything in your way. You're you. Weak, little you. Sucks, doesn't it? But don't worry, if luck is kind to you at all, a friend is always there when you fall on your ass. For the most part. But I can't stress enough how dangerous running out alone can be. Going lone wolf along with an epidemic diagnosis of deanimated carnivorous humanoids has been studied to cause an increased risk of higher blood pressure, stress, hallucinations, insanity, infection, profuse excrement of bodily fluids, mutilation, cannibalism, biocide, homicide, suicide, omnicide, zombicide, chronicide, and, if you're lucky, death. Don't overdo it though. Remember, this ain't your posse. These are the people who are gonna keep you alive when you screw up. Adding heads just leads to a better chance of disaster. You know what it feels like in a room filled with people? It's hard to move around freely. Now, imagine that, but on a larger scale. Add some rabid dogs hungry to eat your faces off, and pretty annoying, wouldn't you say? Then somehow in all this mess, you're obligatory appointed caretaker of the newly founded Lost Souls of the Damn Daycare Center, where your job is to feed people's stomachs with provisions generously offered by the freshly defecated employees of a recently ransacked store. In all honesty, there's no time to keep track of heads in the group, because you'll be too busy counting how many heads you've taken off. And then it comes back to you. It kinda sucks, being human and all. But then again, a wild animal wouldn't even have a fat man's chance in hell with the running plague. So I guess there's some advantage after all then. But what you need to fear most about yourself is stupidity. It strikes all of us once in a while, and strikes some of us all the while. A human being doesn't always have the time to think, so he has to go by his instinct in order to face the unprepared and unexpected. And when you're in a group, well, ever play dominoes? That, but more transmogrifying, in a malignant sense of the term. Acting on impulse can bail you out a great deal of the time, but relying on it every few encounters, and you might just be missing an appendage or two at the end of your journey. Possible brain damage. But hey, you made it out alive. Right? Oh, well, would you look at the time? Time to start heading out. Until next time, folks, this is the echoing voice of the wasteland, signing out. Oh yeah, happy Halloween.